Aries, this week sees you needing to make choices and decisions that you may struggle with, and you may be feeling quite trapped. A dead-end job, a troubled relationship, mountainous debt. How did this happen? You have no idea, but you may not be able to see a way out, and this is causing you serious aggravation and maybe even making you feel a bit sorry for yourself. It's okay to let things fall apart a little every now and then, and as this brings with it the opportunity for restructuring, a water sign or more nurturing individual will help you to do this on many levels. A new beginning is coming, and you need to be ready to meet it with open arms without worrying about all of the things that could go wrong. Choices now need to be made in love and in business, and you may find yourself at somewhat of an ethical crossroads as you move towards the outcome you're wishing for. The light will soon go on for you about something as someone or something returns to your life bringing news of something important that will simultaneously put things into motion and bring them to an end. It may be time to conclude whatever it is you've been doing, celebrating the past and preparing to move on to something new as you do. Your home and family life may have been feeling somewhat restricted as a result of secrets you've been keeping, and now's the time to work towards a more secure foundation, leaving behind any unhealthy or unproductive people, situations or behaviours as you do so, and facing up to anything you may have been running away from. Taurus, you will head into this week feeling more grounded than you have in some time, as information is offered to you that brings an end to something you've been worrying about, helping you to focus on what you do have in your life, rather than on what you feel might be missing. You will get what you deserve out of a situation that's been worrying you, and victory over any struggles you've been having, as you finally reach a goal you've been striving towards, and the light will go on for you about something that someone may have been hiding. The return of someone or something to your life will see any events that have been set in motion moving quite quickly, and you may feel as though you've been caught in a whirlwind. It may be time to put the past behind you and move on to something new, as doing so will see you getting your life better for you in a very short time. Gemini, you may head into this week focused on a fire sign or more fiery-natured female who seems determined to affect your home and family life, or your hopes of having one, and this sees you feeling quite disillusioned. You may be trying to control things that you are simply not capable of controlling as you fight to reach your goals, and you may find yourself struggling with jealousy over someone else's influence as a result. A water sign or more emotional man in your circle will try to help you with this, opening up the lines of communication between you in a bid to reassure you, but this won't work if you insist upon being self-absorbed or too wrapped up in your own insecurities. If you've been feeling stale or flat, now's the time to find something that will engage your heart and mind until the way becomes clear for you again. If you've been struggling with a problem or a tough situation, you'll find the answer by stepping back from things a little, allowing yourself a larger perspective, and you may even find yourself contemplating a change of scene, relocation or trip of some kind just to get away from it all. Cancer, a child or young person in your life will exhibit an extreme stubborn streak this week, and this will see you at loggerheads. But ask yourself if the conflict is worth fighting or whether you might be better off picking your battles. Choices will need to be made that you may have struggled to make in the past, and this may see you feeling a little restricted, but there is a way out, even if it's not as easy as you might like. Choices have been made in love or in business that may have seen you at some kind of a crossroad, but the feeling of disconnection or separation that you've been experiencing will prove temporary, and even though you may feel quite discouraged at the moment, what you are seeing as a loss at the moment will open up new opportunities for growth in the long term. A fire sign or more fiery-natured man in your life may bring up some feelings of jealousy in you or someone around you, and this may have you feeling irritated at first, but the light's going to go on for you about something that will soon put everything back into perspective. A new relationship or a new beginning to an old one will see someone returning to your life, allowing you to put the past behind you as you embrace something new. Leo, this week brings with it a new relationship or a new beginning to an old one, and a feeling of closeness that needs to be nurtured as much as possible. A chance is coming to experience creativity, courage, charm and inspiration, so when you see an opening that excites you or feeds your talents, act on it, even if you feel a little bit vulnerable about doing so. Spend some time out in nature and try looking at things from a more balanced perspective, accepting the truth of what is rather than trying to make things into what you want them to be. And this will help you to start feeling better. A younger person in your circle who has been somewhat pig-headed about something will settle down and your relationship will grow again as a result of this. You may have been feeling frustrated, but you will have victory over these feelings, and open and honest lines of communication will help you to achieve this. So in the meantime, find something else to focus on that will engage your heart and mind whilst you wait for your path to become clear once again. Virgo, this week sees you feeling pretty happy with yourself to begin with, but be sure not to indulge at the cost of others, as this will soon have you feeling regretful and wishing you'd taken another path. Health may be at issue, so if something has been niggling, get it checked out, as this has the potential to become quite serious. And if you find yourself caught in an unhealthy, unproductive pattern or situation, now's the time to let it go. You may be feeling quite obsessive at the moment, or perhaps you're being stubborn when in reality you know you are wrong about something and just don't want to lose face. You need to face up to this, if this is the case, and listen to reason rather than making a mountain out of a molehill, as you're the only one who can change the direction of the way things are going at the moment, even if you have your doubts about that, and you'll feel stronger for doing so. Jealous energies, whether directed towards you or emanating from you, will have you feeling irritated in the short term, but this will inevitably only make you feel more determined to get to where you want to be. Libra, this week sees you needing to be real and centered as you seek out comfortable and reliable experiences that make you feel secure and help you to build a foundation of trust in your life both within and without. Focus on the natural world to help you to stay grounded, and then figure out what will work to make your dreams into a reality. An opening is coming up that will excite you, feed your talents, or dare you to be great. So when you see such a chance, you need to act on it, even if the thought of doing so makes you feel a little bit vulnerable. The walls of negative energy that have surrounded you are about to be broken down, but you need to realise that any disruption that has occurred prior to this has done so because it was needed, and try to see the positive in this, even if you're unable to embrace it. A new beginning is coming to you on every level, and you may just need to surrender to this in order to give it that chance to happen, rather than allowing yourself to feel controlled by it. At the moment you may be focused a little bit too much on yourself, so try to expand your horizons a little and roll with the punches more, giving the appearance that you are coping, even if you don't quite feel that you are yet. Scorpio, you may be feeling overly emotional as you head into this week and unable to really express or get a grip on your feelings. But this feeling will prove temporary, as you're about to move on to a new period of growth and happiness, and a feeling of freedom and peace that has long eluded you. Life is about to start moving quite quickly, and it's time to face those things you've too often run from in the past. You may have been procrastinating and letting things slide because you don't want to deal with them, but the time has come now to face what has to be faced and get on with things. If you've been feeling sorry for yourself about something, now's the time to stop and get back to being yourself. A message is coming that will bring you the opportunity to follow a passion, daring you to be great, as it brings about changes and some challenges along with them. You can have the outcome you've wished for with something, as an offer is made that will potentially lead you to all that you've ever wanted in life. A new beginning will set you onto a completely different path than you have been on previously, and an air sign or more manipulative woman who's been a thorn in your side will be restricted by this, and will feel frustrated as her attempts to manipulate someone in order to get the home and family life that she wants are thwarted. Sagittarius, a separation or feeling of disconnection that you've been struggling with will prove temporary this week, though you may become aware of something that will leave you feeling quite restricted on some levels, and this may even potentially affect your health. Putting on a brave face won't help you to solve your feelings of irritation in the short term, but the return of someone or something to your life will bring some news with it that will set things in motion, allowing you to put the past behind you and move into your future. You may have been feeling quite antsy for a while about something, but an earth sign or more grounded man and an air sign or more deep-thinking woman will help you to see the bright side of all that's been happening. Capricorn, you may enter this week feeling disillusioned, particularly where your career or finances are concerned, and it's important that you don't allow yourself to spiral into a harmful pattern of decadence, addiction, and self-indulgence. You may have been feeling that something's missing from your life, but it's important that you continue to do things to help yourself, rather than laying back and expecting everyone else to fix things for you. And this will see you finding ways to let go of all in your life that is no longer serving you. This may mean a physical change for you, such as leaving a job, location, or relationship, or it may mean an inner change, releasing old patterns that have dominated your thoughts and emotions. Not always an easy process, but much needed in this case. So if you feel you need help, then don't be afraid to reach out and get some support. An end is coming to this difficult period, and counselling of some kind may just speed up the process by helping you to focus on exactly what you do have in your life rather than on what you feel is missing. Withdrawing or isolating yourself will only make you feel worse, so allow others to help you, and if you've been running away from something or letting problems slide because you don't want to deal with them, now's the time to bite the bullet and get things done. Aquarius, you may enter this week feeling fragile emotionally, but victory is coming over this, and a goal you've been working towards is finally within reach. A new beginning is about to open up for you creatively or intimately, and a water sign or more nurturing man and an earth sign or more grounded woman will help you with this by brainstorming with you and talking about all of your options. Try not to focus too much on self-pity at this time, as this may see you missing out on all of the good things that lie ahead for you. Listen to your intuition and look past the surface of things to see what's hidden, realizing you may need to wait a little for things to become what you'd like them to be. A move of house or big changes to your household might be on the cards in order to bring your life together, and this will see you at a crossroad for a time, but you'll be able to bring things together so that you can have the life you've been dreaming about. Pisces, you may enter this week feeling controlled by something and overly focused on your own needs, to the exclusion of everyone else. If you feel that you're being taken advantage of or abused, then it's important that you get free of this, or if you feel worn out by the demands of others, try stepping back and taking care of yourself, but try to do this without stepping on everyone else's toes in the process. Put on a brave face even if you aren't feeling so brave at the moment, and make those choices that you may have been struggling with, as doing so will open up choices where it feels like there aren't any at present. A new relationship or a new beginning to an old one will help you to start feeling more connected, and now's not the time to separate from someone or to stay apart, so if you've been in conflict, look for opportunities for resolution. Underlying issues with family members or close friends may start to surface, so they can be dealt with, and it will be important that you at least try to see everyone else's point of view, and not just your own, as doing so will bring about big improvements within your closest relationships.